How do you approach Brian Wilson? Where did you start?
The best thing about this was having so many resources that were so fun. Like 1960s Los Angeles, Beach Boys, Brian Wilson. I've never had a better thing to dive into. You know, it's sort of the most fun I've ever had, acting and researching and all of that. So I looked at everything I could find, but the thing that was most important was the music. I mean, that's really, I think Brian is his music, and it wasn't just listening to that or the studio sessions, but when I started learning to play the piano and worked on my singing, that's when, you know, Brian sort of starts to just like enter you. I mean, that is without question the thing that brought me closest to him.
Were you familiar with Beach Boys at all before this, or were you kind of just like a minor fan?
No, I liked the Beach Boys. I mean, in a few different ways. One, like when you're young, you know, it's like Disney songs, and then the Beach Boys and the Beatles, you know. And then in high school, I started playing music, and Pet Sounds had like a mythology. You know, Pet Sounds was like real musicians like Pet Sounds. So I remember I gotta go listen to Pet Sounds, and I really liked it. But when I read this script, I didn't know like Brian's story, and I was sort of truly like moved by the fact that a guy who made music that made so many people smile had so much trouble in his life, and I really didn't know the extent of what he went through. So I felt like there was a real story to tell, and definitely a nice thing to dive into as an actor.
How was your first meeting with him? Did you meet with him a lot, and how was the first time?
I didn't meet with him for several months because I wanted to just sort of, I think he was different in the 60s than he is now, and I really wanted to just kind of let my imagination fly for a while, do all the reading, the photographs, the video, the music, like really just sort of let it all sink in, and then finally like touch base with Brian's presence and spirit. He's a beautiful man, yeah. So it's, I mean, still, I'm gonna get to see him today. I'm so excited to, you know, say hi, and yeah.
You're still geeking out?
Yeah. I became obsessed. I love it. I think Pet Sounds and Smile are, without question, two of the greatest albums ever made.
Well, it's funny because I think it is a movie that I think people will, if they don't know anything about Beach Boys, they're gonna go out and they're gonna buy Pet Sounds.
I hope so.
They're gonna buy Smile.
Yeah.
What was the most challenging part of this, taking it on?
Wow. It was super challenging, but again, it was the most fun I've ever had, so the challenge was just a thrill. I mean, the music, Brian's struggle, like sort of some of the maybe like mental illness aspects of it. But I think really Brian's openness, like he was just sort of an open spirit or an open vessel, and letting yourself be that is really kind of a scary and vulnerable thing, because you just take in things, the highs and lows become greater when you're that sort of open.
Now, you worked with a lot of great guys. You worked with Jay Gable.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, well, finding the sound? You guys are singing there. Was it easy to find that sound, or just?
No, I mean Brian's current band played the Wrecking Crew, first of all, so all that stuff we did it in the studio that Brian actually recorded Pet Sounds in.
Wow.
And they played live, so the spirit of it was amazing doing these scenes, because I could stop and start the musicians whenever I wanted because they were playing live, and it was so fun. And we worked together as a band for a while just to build up chemistry, and you know, but you can't find five guys who are gonna sing like that. That would take so many months of like work and rehearsal. So the scenes where I'm alone, I played and sang live, you know, just on set, and that's what's in the film. And the scenes where the songs get built up, it usually starts with me and then transitions as the song builds into the songs that you know, the real deal.